you're one of the UK's 2.3 million students and taking your first steps towards living in private rented accommodation, welcome. This episode is for you. Online searches and tip-offs from friends can of course be a very useful starting point for finding student accommodation. Or you could try a lettings agency. They'll search their listings for landlords who accept students. The reality is not all landlords do accept students, as some of them unfairly regard student tenants as being at somewhat higher risk. Remember that letting agents don't have to be regulated themselves. Anyone can set up as a letting agent without qualification or license. So it's a good idea to try and use an agent that has already signed up to one of the voluntary self-regulating bodies. That means they have personally committed to certain standards. Now, whether you go it alone or use an agent, you'll need to provide character references and credit checks. I always think it's worthwhile getting these prepared in advance. Once you've found a place, find out what type of tenancy you're being offered. There are various forms. It could be a joint tenancy, it could be a sole tenancy, it could be simply renting a room in your landlord's home as a lodger, or it could be renting a room in a building with shared facilities, like a bathroom or a kitchen. Technically, these are known as house in multiple occupation, or frequently shortened to HMOs. Each type of tenancy has its own rule for both landlord and tenant. There's a special episode in this Move IQ series all about different types of tenancy, so do please look at the smarter renting section of our website, moveiq.co.uk, and you should find lots of hints and tips and information there. Before you move in, you're likely to be asked for a deposit to cover the cost of any damage that you may cause during the time that you live there. Getting that deposit back at the end of your tenancy has long been a bone of contention with unscrupulous landlords, but things have improved for tenants recently with the introduction of a tenancy deposit protection scheme. It's a really useful thing, this, and it requires your landlord to hold the money in an approved independent protection scheme, which can provide help should there be a dispute about returning it. Fingers crossed there won't be, but good and comforting to know that it's there should you need it. Will you have to pay council tax? You want the answer to that one. If you're a full-time student, well, the answer is no, although, and this is where it gets complicated, if someone in the house is not a full-time student, then there will be a bill. This could be reduced, however, if everyone else is a student. You see what I mean? It can be complicated. You want to know where you stand on that one. Move IQ has a fantastic range of advice for renters on the website, so do please give us a like, subscribe, and then head over to the website moveiq.co.uk for lots more unmissable tips.